Welcome to the Explainer. Today we are diving into Google's brand new AI image model, and it's called Nano Banana Pro. Yep, you heard that right. It promises to fix some of the biggest, most frustrating problems with AI art. So let's break it down and see if it actually lives up to the hype. Okay, let's start with a problem that I know you've experienced if you've ever used an AI image generator. You know the feeling, right? You spend all this time crafting the perfect, super detailed prompt, and what you get back is, well, it's close, but it just feels clumsy. It's just off. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. You ask it to write a simple sign, and you get this weird, alien-looking gibberish. Or you specifically ask for a vase on the left side of the table, and the AI just plops it down on the right, or maybe adds a second vase for no reason at all. It has been a constant headache for anyone who needs precise, reliable results. But what if an AI could actually get past all of that? What if it could finally understand nuance and follow your instructions to the letter? Well, that is the big promise behind Google's new model, Nano Banana Pro. Now, this is not just some small incremental update. Google built this thing from the ground up on its super powerful Gemini 3 Pro architecture. And the goal was to create something totally new, an AI that feels less like a random, unpredictable artist and more like a smart, controllable creative partner. And you can bet Google is pushing this technology out everywhere. We're talking from everyday tools like the Gemini app and Google Slides, all the way to professional platforms for advertisers and developers. The message is pretty clear. They want this to become the new gold standard for creating images. So let's get into the first big breakthrough here. It's all about redefining reality by giving you a level of control that honestly just wasn't possible before. Just look at this. It can take a simple, rough idea, like this basic pencil sketch of a motorcycle, and in an instant turn it into a polished, professional mock-up. It actually understands the context, so it adds things like studio lighting, chrome reflections, and super realistic textures. An idea can now literally go from a napkin sketch to a showroom photo in seconds. But what about real people? I mean, this is where most AIs just fall apart. So they gave the model a serious challenge. Take photos of 5 well-known public figures and blend them all into a single, cohesive image, but reimagined as historical characters. And the results are, well, they're kind of stunning. Instead of just mushing all the faces together into some distorted average, the AI actually managed to preserve each person's key features. Like the quote says, you genuinely can't tell it's AI generated. That is a massive leap forward for realism. It also gets visual instructions. You can now just doodle. You can literally draw a circle in an empty corner and tell it to add a bookshelf, and it just does it, perfectly matching the lighting and the room's perspective. Older models would just completely ignore a command like that. It's so much more direct and intuitive. Okay, but Nano Banana Pro's biggest flex isn't just about making prettier pictures. The real breakthrough, the thing that changes the game, is its huge leap in language and logic. This is an AI that seems to actually understand. For me, this is the #1 game changer. AI text has always been a total mess of blurry, misspelled nonsense. But just look at the difference here. Nano Banana Pro generates text that is clean, crisp, and perfectly spelled. It means you can create a beautiful cafe menu, a complex mind map, or a poster, and every single word is actually readable. Finally. And here is just an incredible example of its reasoning power. The AI was given just a few fragments of a torn-up document and was asked to reconstruct the whole thing. And it didn't just fill in the missing paper. It perfectly recreated the original handwriting style. This could be a revolutionary tool for things like historical archiving or even forensic analysis. And this intelligence, this reasoning, it applies to all kinds of complex, practical tasks. It can look at a photo of a landmark and create a whole infographic. It can understand cultural context and generate a targeted ad in Hindi. It can even do multiple steps at once, like colorizing and translating a manga panel in one shot. That's not just making a picture. That's genuine reasoning. And then, it gets even wilder. It can solve a complex calculus problem, writing out every single step of the solution in what looks like natural handwriting on a whiteboard. It's not just spitting out the answer. It's visually teaching you how to get there, exactly like a human tutor would. So how does it really stack up against the competition? Well, Google put it through 10 brutal head-to-head tests designed to break these kinds of models. And the result? As you can see, Nano Banana Pro won every single one. It was a complete and total sweep, which really drives home its advantages in quality, control, and reasoning. So, what is the big takeaway here? Why does this model feel like a totally new kind of creative engine? I think this quote from a user really just hits the nail on the head. We are seeing a fundamental shift here from tools that just make a pretty picture to a true all in one creative engine, something you can actually collaborate with. The direction here is crystal clear. We're moving away from these random, unpredictable image generators and toward intelligent, creative partners. Partners that give you precise control, that actually understand logic and language, and that can handle really complex tasks, from product design to data visualization. This incredible leap in capability opens up a whole new frontier for all of us. It's not just about making better art. It's about finding completely new ways to solve problems. Which, of course, leaves us with one final fascinating question. When our AI tools can not only create, but also reason visually, right there alongside us, what becomes possible?